Brown. I'm one of the founders of Zengar Institute and one of the co-developers, along with my previous partner, Dr. Sue Brown, in developing what's come to be known as NeurOptimal. We're celebrating the 25th anniversary this year of that development process. But for me, it started a very long time ago, 55 years ago to be exact, when I was 14, and a rather ahead of my years student of mathematics and physics and human living psychology, Buddhist philosophy, Taoist philosophy. And one day I had this vision come to me about how we could ultimately have the technology for anyone on the planet at any time to train themselves to follow what was going on moment to moment in their brain. Because it was very clear to me even back then that everything involves the mind, the brain, awareness, attention, consciousness, memory, and perception. And I had just finished reading a paper of Sigmund Freud's that was not published till after his death, called The Project for Scientific Psychology. And in there he laid out the idea that the psychic apparatus was basically an energy transformation system. Of course, he used steam engines as the metaphor because this was the 1890s when he wrote that. And I thought, I already know quantum mechanics to some degree. What about if we substitute the equations for energy transformation? And that's when the vision came into my head. It was very clear that it was going to take a long time for the kind of computers to be widely available that would be needed to support that. So I put the idea on the shelf and ultimately became a psychologist, as did Sue. And the two of us got together and decided from there to extend the vision I'd already put into print in the 5-phase article on neurofeedback and see how far we could push the technology, with the fundamental vision being the transformation of personal and societal and global suffering. That goes back to my philosophical routes and that I'd explored as a fairly young person. And it was very clear to me that that was the essence of my mission in this lifetime, was to provide that possibility of personal transformation and liberation to everyone on the planet without any particular training or expertise. We now widely use Google and other similar technologies without even thinking about it. And that's kind of the vision that I have for the future with NeurOptimal. To be even more accessible, even more available, even smaller electronics, and make it much easier to get that out to the entire world. So happy 25th anniversary, NeurOptimal.